Hey friends and fam, it's me, Natchan. We're back with some more FF7 remake stuff. We're actually finishing up our series of Sephiroth videos today, and then we'll be moving on to more discussions. So we have several scenes that we're going to go over. I'm going to try and go over them kind of quickly. Some of them are really short, that's why they didn't get separate videos. But if you haven't seen my other videos, you can go back and watch those. But yeah, we've been discussing major spoilers and theories and ideas. So if you have not finished the game and you are concerned about spoilers, do not watch this video. Go finish, come back. Now that that's said, I just want to remind you, you can hang out with me live over on Twitch. There's a link down in the description. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And yeah, let's get to this, guys. Let's change over to this screen here. There are several scenes that we're gonna do. They're all linked together, so I'm just gonna we're just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna talk about it, and just let's get it.
Come with me. The reunion. There's nothing to fear.
Cloud, get it together. Come on.
You don't know who Sephiroth is, do you?
Sephiroth, the war hero? I know he died in an accident 5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Maybe they did. But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
Oh, right.
So there's a few things about this scene I want to go ahead and talk about. The first bit is obviously it's almost like when Cloud encounters these clone guys, it's almost like Sephiroth's got like a radar on it, so it's like he's near the clone. That was my brain, the cogs working. I don't know if you saw it, but it's like he encounters the clone, and then like it goes into Sephiroth moment, because as we if you remember, the first time he encounters Marco, that's when we see that shift between the two. It's not a scene that I showed on my series of videos, but it's pretty early on in the game, so I'm going to assume most of you have seen it, if not all of you. But one of the things I really wanted to focus on here particularly is just Cloud's obvious like there is such a struggle there, and there is obviously deep rooted trauma, and I thought,
Cloud?
like, this is so grounding, and it's really interesting. I have a ton of theories, but we're not going into Aerith theories today, but I am going to touch on this one for just a second. The way that she reacts to his reaction, like his reaction to the clone, and obviously she's seeing that he's seeing something that she's not seeing, and he's obviously deeply affected by it, and I don't know, she's just got this like, I don't think she knows the details obviously, but she definitely has just such an understanding and kind look to her eyes, but that of course could just be Square making us like her more than ever. So in the inevitability of her possible passing, then we'll just be more sad. I don't know, but it's really interesting.
Come on.
Or she feels more than she knows and is just comforting him for it. Or she's just genuinely a wonderful human being who's like, this poor guy is obviously struggling with something, and so she's just wonderful, which that might be all it is.
You don't know who Sephiroth is, do you?
Sephiroth, the war hero? I know he died in an accident 5 years ago. They said so on the news.
Maybe they did. But I've got a feeling he's still alive.
This right here.
Oh, right.
Very interesting reaction. I'm not sure if it has to do with her past and her interactions with Soldier and like, you know, I don't know if it has to do with that or if she senses and knows something about Sephiroth that she has yet to share with the audience. But it was really interesting.
Come on, let's go.
So this next scene is obviously, this is the scene right after the Sector 7 plate has fallen. I thought this scene was really interesting because this is probably, I mean, we've definitely sensed and seen fear when Cloud has encountered Sephiroth, but this is probably literally the most like afraid he looks in any of the encounters. And I just thought this was really interesting because it's obvious. Let me rephrase that. It's more like, well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious. The fear that Sephiroth incites in Cloud is more obvious in this scene than any other. I think it's more prevalent here, and yeah, let's just watch it.
That must be why the Turks wanted her so badly.
Within my veins flows the blood of ancients. This
Not really.
planet is my birthright.
No. Wrong. Ooh, he's so scary.
You have failed again, I see. But through suffering, you will grow strong. Isn't that what you want?
Buddy.
Cloud?
It's nothing. Let's go.
It's nothing. Let's go. Cloud, why you like this? Oh, I will go into this when we do Cloud videos, but like the poor guy. And like for couple of examples here. Let's go back. So, you know, we get our pan up. First of all, kudos to Square for this particular, like, the combination of the impending doom-like terrifying presence that is Sephiroth and his power and what he represents, combined with Cloud's terror, combined with the sick new version of this track. Starting
You have failed again.
right here. so good. And poor Tifa. Poor Tifa, who just wants to be there for Cloud. Who just wants to be the good friend, the woman in his life, the whatever she wants to be there for him. And he doesn't open up. And she can obviously see that he is legitimately afraid, backing up from heaven knows what, because she can't see, but he is clearly having some mental breakdown moment and is afraid, and she can't do anything for him.
But through suffering, you will grow strong.
And why do you want him to be so strong, Sephiroth? Why do you want that? That's just what is your... Cloud legit looks like on the verge of tears, terrified here, and it's like so sad. He just needs all the hugs.
Cloud?
And of course, Tifa coming up, approaching, obviously seeing that he's having a struggle fest. He just... It's fine.
It's nothing. Let's go.
It's no big deal. This is a really big scene for one particular detail that I really want to point out, because one of my main theory, a lot of people's theories, and again, as I've stated before in videos, either Square is doing some awesome pulling of resources and blending of canon properties, or we're giving them way too much credit. But you know, if you've watched any of my previous Sephiroth videos, you know that I think the Sephiroth that we are dealing with in Remake is not classic Sephiroth at all, but post-Advent Children Sephiroth, and for many reasons. I will talk about it for varying reasons, but there is a big reason that I feel like that's part of what we're dealing with here in just a second. So let's watch this scene. He's so scary.
Together, we will reclaim our world.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this.
Oh, poor cowgirl Tifa.
Cloud?
It's like, oh snap, when did he get here?
Tell me, is it really you?
Okay, so this is the moment, but I wanted to lead up to it. You gotta lead up to it. The whole scene's really cool. His arm. Why is he grabbing that arm like it's in pain? You want to know why? Because that is the arm that he later suffers geostigma. Like, that's the weak arm in Advent Children. He's riddled with it on that arm. He has not. There's no previous injury here yet. And I actually noticed that detail. Like, I was like, but why? But why? And it's like, is he feeling that future injury? Well, not injury, but affliction? because that affliction is literally brought on by Sephiroth in the Lifestream messing stuff up. Like, that is where geostigma comes from. And so it's, and if this is future Sephiroth, then he's already, you know, done all that garbage as far as geostigma is concerned in his history. So it's almost like, I wonder if, like, I don't even really have words. But yeah, that's a really big thing right there that I'm like, yes, this is future Sephiroth that we're dealing with. Also, can I add how many times Sephiroth could have killed Cloud or any of these guys pretty much whenever he wanted? Like, I love Cloud. I love him dearly. So much. Dear sweet boy. This move is not intelligent. All Sephiroth has to do is lift his blade up a little bit higher, and he would be skewered again. But instead he just blocks it. Because he's not here to kill Cloud. Not right now. And as he stated at the very beginning of the game, he wants Cloud to live. You need to run. You need to live. Cloud's existence is important to Sephiroth. This whole scene was obviously very different from the original, but it was really cool. I liked it a lot. And dead.
Son of a bitch!
Okay, so obviously this didn't happen in the original, and I just wanted to note this really interesting scene. It's interesting to me because it has a lot to do with, you know, the Whispers and their part in the universe and what they're trying to accomplish or not accomplish or whatnot. But, you know, Sephiroth just proved that he's like, I do what I want. And I almost feel like because Sephiroth is obviously, as we'll see later, he's obviously tied to the Whispers in some way, shape, or form. So him doing this is almost like a flex. Like, just to show how scary he is. To show that he could just do it. He can just off anyone whenever he wants. But not necessarily. But it definitely feels like a flex of terror. Like he's just trying to intimidate them.
Barret!
And the interesting thing here is obviously everyone else reacts to it and immediately jumps forward and takes action. And Cloud is just like, what the just happened? Literally again, frozen with fear. And then anger. Fear, and then anger. Like, just, oh, it's so good. It's so actually good. Okay, so obviously my first time playing the game, I'm like, what is happening? This is where this portion of the game is supposed to end. What? Why? What? Another reason, I'm sorry guys, this is just how we do videos here, I'm sorry. Another reason, a small reason, that I am also convinced that this is post-Advent Children Sephiroth. And you know what, these guys, these theories could all be wrong. The next couple parts can come out and I could be totally out in left field, but that's okay. This is fun. Theorizing is fun. We're here to have fun. But anyway, is the feathers. Feathers weren't a thing until Advent Children. So,
okay, asshole?
Don't. And you're wrong.
I love it. You're wrong. You're not supposed to be here. Again, we'll do some theorizing with Aerith later, but just to touch on, again, just to touch, I don't feel like she knows all the details. For sure doesn't know all the details, but her intuition is through the roof. And I think it exactly has to do with how tied to the planet she is. And she knows that he is not supposed to be there at this point. What is happening is wrong. He is wrong.
Those who look with clouded eyes see nothing but shadows.
Everything about you is wrong.
He's like, okay, talking to you is not working. I'm gonna talk to Cloud. I'm here to talk to Cloud anyway. I'm here to talk to him. I'm here to lure him in. He is the one I am trying to control. Don't care what you have to say, little girl.
All born are bound to her. Should this world be unmade, so too shall her children.
The world won't end today. But you will.
This is probably one of the longer scenes that we take a look at.
Listen. Destiny comes.
It's fine, I'm just gonna cut a hole in reality. Why is he so scary? So scary. Oh man. Oh wow, yeah, it makes a super jump there. So what I didn't clip there, because I'm going to discuss it in a later Aerith video, is when Aerith describes, you know, those were the cries of the people who were, you know, born and lived and have returned to the planet. Those so basically the cries of the planet. And those were obviously the whispers, which are somehow bound to Sephiroth. He definitely has some sort of control over them. And it's almost like as they lose more control of the situation, obviously because they've been trying to set things right, despite the fact that they're controlled by Sephiroth, is how that feels to me. Like I said, guys, we could be in left field. But, I mean, that's almost what that howling scream feels like to me, is the pain and the agony of not being able to preserve time and space, literally the way it's supposed to be, quote unquote. But anyway, so this reappearance of this, I don't know, this is just so similar to Advent Children that I was like, first I just thought it was cool, and then I started theorizing and I was like, I also feel like this whole segment is a flex. Like, he's showing them how powerful he is, which, by the way, He's obviously, clearly way more powerful than even original Sephiroth was. Or quote-unquote is. Because I feel like original Sephiroth is probably just hanging out up in North Crater. Like he was. So it's definitely almost just like he's toying with them and showing them his power and almost making them feel hope. Like, yeah, we can beat you. And he's like, whatever. This particular scene I clipped because, again, like I said, the wing's an Advent Children thing. Again, obviously tied to the Whispers. Okay, this is another really big hint to the future theory. Not only, you know, the wing and, you know, the grasping of the arm, some interesting things that Sephiroth has said throughout the game. But Sephiroth in original at this point could not do what he's about to do here. He's freaking already casting Meteor. Like, what? Okay. End of the fight happens. I've actually already done a video on Edge of Creation, but I have also been talking about how I wanted to redo the Edge of Creation conversation because when Remake came out, I forgot about Lifestream's Black and White, and as I reread those, more of Remake and Advent Children. Actually, if you want Advent Children to make more sense, go read Lifestream's Black and White and then watch Advent Children. But if they are actually doing what I feel like they're doing, then go you, Square. I think this is awesome. If this is not what they're doing and we're just like blowing air, that's fine. That's fine too. It's fun. It's fun fan theory. But so we're gonna go over the Edge of Creation scene because I have further theorized and reminded myself of literature that is awesome and really just kind of fits in some puzzle pieces. First off, this scene is incredible. Absolutely just incredible.
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
Straight up talking about the fact that they have now destroyed Destiny, because at this point you've destroyed Destiny. Fate, it's gone. So what is about to happen? No one knows. It is not yet to happen.
Our world will become a part of it one day.
And I'm assuming a part of it one day, he's talking about, you know, basically what Genova did, where she, you know, took a planet, destroyed it, turned it into basically her own Cruise the Galaxy bus. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about here.
But I will not end.
That sentence right there speaks volumes to the theory alone of between this and the idea of this being post Advent Children Sephiroth trying to change things. That line says, but I will not end. That's like his whole point between Advent Children and what I feel like he's doing in Remake is, especially when you go read Lifestream Black, you're like, wow, he's literally a part of the Lifestream and is trying to fight back and come back because he refuses to end. He refuses to remain a memory.
Nor will I have you end.
At first, I did not think I had an idea of what this line meant. I was like, why does he care? But then I reread Lifestream Black and White because I was reminded by the internet that that existed. And it made so much sense. It was like finding the missing puzzle piece and sticking it in. Nor will I have you end. This can go with a couple things, but the main theory that I am plotting it with is the fact that he needs Cloud. And I've discussed this before in previous videos. He needs Cloud. He needs to be a bright, burning fire in Cloud's mind to properly exist. So he needs Cloud. So of course, nor will I have you end, because I need you. I need you to live. I need you to survive. And now whether or not it's purely for willing him into existence, basically, or if it's for even a further purpose, not sure. There are some theories out there. I'm not sure how much I believe them or are into them, but it's fun. But definitely nor will I have you end has to do with the fact that he needs Cloud to remember him. Cloud's memory of him is what keeps him alive within the life stream. It's what helps keep his consciousness, and it literally gives him his drive to move forward.
This is...
Sorry guys, keep moving my hair out of my face.
The edge of creation. Cloud, lend me your strength.
Okay, so not only does he need Cloud for, you know, his memory, obviously, of him, but now he's asking Cloud literally for his strength. It's almost like he's done, you know, he's gone through this path once already. Cloud is the only person who continually defeats him. So what's the best way to deal with someone who keeps defeating you? Get them on your side. Lure him in.
Let us defy destiny together.
And of course we're I mean, he's just, I'm like pointing over here because my screen's over here, but really we're pointing over here. Up there. Anyway, let us defy destiny together. So I absolutely feel like not only, I mean, I feel like he basically duped these guys into killing and finishing off Destiny for him. And now he spent the entire game wiggling his way into Cloud's existence, keeping him there, like in the forefront of his mind, afraid of him. And now he wants him to join him. He offers his hand, and for a second, Cloud moves his hand like he wants to take it. Not for any weird reason. I see you, shippers out there. But when you think about what probably just went on in his mind in that literal 2 seconds, it's like Sephiroth was Cloud's childhood hero before his literally tragic fall from grace. His childhood hero just asked him to join him. Of course that small piece of him is gonna be like, yeah, his hero. And of course, Conscious Cloud takes over.
Never.
Immediately goes on the defensive. And Sephiroth looks disappointed and almost tired. Like I'm gonna have to, like, I was hoping that you were at the point where this would work, and now I'm just gonna have to keep working to convince you. Once again, we just had a big fight with the entire party. I see a lot of people that are like, oh, there's no way that Cloud's party could beat Sephiroth at this point. They didn't. They didn't beat him. In my opinion, he let them win. He's baiting them into thinking they have a chance. He's baiting them into hope. Making them feel like they're more than they are. When literally he probably could have just finished any of them off. And I feel like he's doing the same thing here. He's playing with Cloud, dancing with Cloud. He could take him out. He could have taken him out earlier in the game several times. This is more so just Cloud being defiant and Sephiroth being on the defensive to, like, appease him. To prove a point. Also, can we just talk about how really awesome the choreography for this battle is? Like, so good.
Not yet.
Not yet. Neither of us will die yet. I can't kill you here. I still need you. I feel like that's what that not yet is standing for. That was his driving the point home. I could end you at any second, and I choose not to.
"7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it?"
There's a billion theories about that 7 seconds. So taunting.
Let's see.
Alright, guys, so, that's pretty much all my thoughts. I just wanted to, I guess it was a lot of, like, repetitive thoughts, but I wanted to show you, that's what this whole series of Sephiroth videos has been, is me showing the little things that feed the theory of this being post-Advent Children Sephiroth, because, well, quite frankly, Sephiroth didn't quote-unquote die, he vanished. Where did he go? What did he do? You know, there could have been time after that, he had to regain some strength, and now he's back, trying to change things, or this could be right after that, and he's like, okay, well, that path didn't work, let's try a new one. Anyway, I think it's super interesting, guys. I'm really into the whole, like I said, I've said it before in this video and in a previous video. If Square is doing what I think they're doing, then kudos to them. Otherwise, we're just giving them more credit than they deserve. But I love them. I love this game. It's so cool. I know some people are like, I don't know how I feel about the direction it's going, but I think it's awesome. Everything about it is so good. But as usual, Thanks so much for hanging out with me while I nerd out about this video, guys. I would love to talk theories and whatnot with you guys. Please feel free to drop down in the comments if you want to talk about it, or you can join the Discord and we can talk about it there. That'd be super cool. Or you can also, you know, follow my Twitch channel and come in and we can talk about it live. That'd be cool. Right now, as of this video, we're in the middle of playing Final Fantasy VII Original. Depending on when you see this, I might be playing something else. But, you know, we have a good time over there. I hope you'll come by. But anyway, guys, thank you again for watching this, for hanging out with me. You guys are amazing. I love you. Please stay safe. We're all human. Just be awesome to each other. And I will see you all later. This was a long video. Thanks so much for sticking with me.